Hey everybody, welcome to Endocrine System. I must say, I thought, so English is so hard. I look at this term and I think it would be endocrine and it's endocrine. So, now you'll know how to read it. Ideally, by the end of this session, you'll be able to examine the anatomy of the endocrine system, determine the main functions of the endocrine system, differentiate the medical terms of the endocrine system and common abbreviations, recognize the medical specialties associated with the endocrine system, and discover some common diseases, disorders, and procedures related to the endocrine system. I mean, I must say, like, the term endocrinology, like, I knew that, so I guess it makes sense that it's endocrine, not endocrine. Anyway, moving on. All right, so today we're starting with 5 prefixes, 14 combining forms, and 15 suffixes. So make sure you get all of those. So in the endocrine system, there are endocrine glands, and then there are also glands that are both endocrine and non-endocrine. So make sure you read this portion of the textbook thoroughly. Make sure at the end of the session, you know where all your glands are, or endocrine glands are. The endocrine system releases hormones into the blood, usually slower to start, but longer lasting, and traveling short or long distances to tune the body's internal system or the internal environment. So they're sort of teaming up to make sure our internal body is doing good. These are endocrine signaling. And not every signaling or not every chemical messaging in our body is endocrine signaling. Um, so there are other ones like autocrine, paracrine, and direct signaling. And as you probably are already familiar, the prefix is auto is self, like autoimmune disease, or para is near. So paracrine signaling is like nearby cells. And then direct is that's just English. So make sure to kind of understand that there is not just one type like endocrine signaling, but there's also like other stuff as well. Okay, let's take a breath. Actually, let's bring 100 quintillion oxygen molecules into our lungs all at once. These two pictures are pretty recent. Lulu was trying to eat some string and Beatrice was just napping behind my laptop. Uh-huh. All right, so here comes a long list of hormones and the details on the hormones, but I want to make sure to deliver that at this time, I'd only encourage you to skim through this portion and see which of these interests you for your assignment. You will be asked to pick one hormone and really describe that to a layperson in plain language, in the in ways that you understood that hormone to be. All right, some diseases and disorders. I think some of the ones that we're probably most familiar with is diabetes, and all of these various endocrinal endocrinological disease and disorders are there as well. The biggest specialty obviously is endocrinology, and there are some specialists focusing on thyroid and diabetes, and some clinical testing involved, like scans and testing and some procedures, etc. Again, if you want to be a healthcare professional, please test yourself out with these medical terms in context. For our um list of words or our vocabulary, we only have 35 terms. So just all throughout the entire chapter, try and skim through and understand what's going on, but really cover all of these, like nail these 35 terms. All right, it comes down to our 1 minute reflection questions. And thanks for watching.